Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. Today we are doing the NFL Week 10 predictions. We're back at it, guys, with the prediction video. And, yeah, we're back at it with the Week 10 predictions. We're almost to the playoffs, guys. Crazy freaking NFL season so far. And we're still not even finished, so buckle up. We got a lot more time left in the tank, you know? And, yeah. No better way to start it off but talk about the Raiders at the Broncos. The Raiders, well, they lost in a bit of a shootout with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And yeah, Geno Smith, he's just not the answer. I knew this was going to happen with him. I didn't think he would throw 11 interceptions this early in the season. But then again, it's Geno Smith. So it's kind of not surprising. And then the Broncos, they got a very, very, very interesting win against the Texans. They barely beat them, and Davis Mills, they barely beat Davis Mills slash CJ Stroud. So, yeah. The Broncos, though, they should have this win in the bag. I am going to take Denver here pretty easily, 26-17. The Raiders are just not a good football team. Ashton Jeanty, he's been pretty mid this season, and it's not really his fault. It's the Raiders' offensive line, but and the Broncos, they just been winning, so I'm going to take the Broncos here. Next game, you got Falcons at Colts. The Falcons, well, man, oh man, I thought they could beat New England, and then they lost. They lost to New England. They lost to the New England Patriots. They almost beat them. They really did almost beat the Patriots, and only lost by 1 point. But the Falcons are in deep troubles right now because they're 3-5. Their season's looking like it's going to come to a close here while they take it on the Indianapolis Colts, which the Colts, on the other hand, actually lost to the Steelers too. Daniel Jones did not have a good game at all against Pittsburgh. That Pittsburgh defense got after him really good, and yeah, they lost 20-27. It was a close game still, even with 3 interceptions, and Jonathan Taylor was pretty much shut down for that game too. So, other than the interceptions, everything else was fine. But yeah, the Colts, they lost that game, and taking on the Falcons here, I think the Colts bounce back easily against the Falcons. Falcons just have not been a proven team. I think they're decent, but they just haven't proven themselves. So give me the Colts 27-16. And yeah, the Falcons are just not a proven team. Next game, we got Giants at Bears. The Giants. Well, the Giants, really close game with the Niners, and Jackson Dart is just him, bro. Jackson Dart has played really well. He had a decent game. I mean, didn't throw for a ton of yards, but he's also rushing all over the place too. So he had a rushing touchdown. He also threw 2 touchdowns. So, Jackson Dart looked pretty decent against the 49ers, but it wasn't enough to win the game. And with Cam Skattebo out and just the Giants and Malik Neighbors out too, this season's pretty much over for him. Well, I think it's pretty clear on that. But yeah, it's done. And Chicago got a huge win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Ugh, they won in crazy fashion. It was a back and forth battle, no defense at all. They won 47-42, and they scored a crazy touchdown with Coleson Loveland at the end, which I am very, 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 very happy about. But, we're just not going to speak on it. I do think the Bears actually still win this game here, though. The Giants might figure around and get an upset, but I think the Bears win, 23-20. That Mungai guy, I don't know, the running back, I don't know how to say his name, but yeah, him. He had a really good game too. I think he was the 7th round pick from Rutgers. I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, he had a great game too. But other than that, Caleb Williams also caught a touchdown. But yeah, I'm taking the Bears pretty easily, 20-23. Next game, we got Bills at Dolphins. The Buffalo Bills. Oh boy, the Buffalo Bills. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the regular season like they usually do. They're really good at it in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, they're just a non-existent football team. So, the Buffalo Bills get the huge W. against the Kansas City Chiefs, 28-21, and Josh Allen looked pretty good. I will admit Josh Allen did look really good, and James Cook had a big game too. So I don't know, man. The Bills are not frauds, and they're playing the Miami Dolphins, which is just gonna help them better. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, yeah, their season's cooked. Mike McDaniels and Tua gotta go, bro. They lost 6-28 against the Ravens, who actually did have Lamar Jackson, but still just couldn't do anything on offense against them. So, yeah, they're pretty much cooked. Give me the Bills here pretty easily. 31-10. I think the Dolphins are just a terrible football team. And they traded Jalen Phillips, so, you know, that itself was just great. So, yeah. Next game, you got Ravens at Vikings. The Ravens, well, as we just talked about, had a big-time win against the Dolphins as Lamar Jackson also came back from injury. He beat the Dolphins 28-6, and he looked pretty decent out there too. Taking on the Vikings, which the Vikings actually upset the Detroit Lions and got a W against them, 27-24. And JJ McCarthy, he looked really, he looked okay, but Aaron Jones had a big game against him. But yeah, other than that, odd game for the Vikings, honestly. And they did upset the Lions, though, so, yeah. This game, though, this could be interesting, honestly. But give me the Ravens. You know, the Ravens are they're happy where they're at right now because they're healthy and stuff, so they know what team they are, so. Give me the Ravens 30-19. Maybe the Vikings score some points here and that, too, so. But I think the Vikings lose, so, yeah. Next game, you got Browns at Jets. The Browns. Oh, boy. This is just a poop game. This literally is just a disgusting game. The Browns were on a bye week, though, before they lost to the New England Patriots 32-13. Yeah, their offense is still not doing it. They don't have the receiver core. You know, their tight ends are really good, honestly. But other than that, their receiver core is just not there. Not even up to par. The running back, the run game. Everything's. Dylan Gabriel's a rookie. Quinshon Judkins is a rookie. The Browns are just stinky. So, yeah. Their defense is pretty solid, though. Taking on the Jets, which the Jets, wow, they literally traded house. They got rid of Quinnen Williams, and they got rid of Sauce Gardner. They have 3 first-round picks, I think, out of that, and a second-rounder. And, yeah, it's crazy. And the Jets were also a team that was on the bye week before they beat the Cincinnati Bengals in a crazy shootout. Hated that game, too. Justin Fields had an amazing day there with no Garrett Wilson either. And that's just, yep, that's just great. That was just great. But, yeah, the Browns-Jets, ugly game. I guess I'm going to take the Jets for an upset here. You know, I think the Jets are just... I think the Jets will probably pull off an upset. I think it would be funny if they do. So why not? This game is so buns. I'm just going to take the Jets 16-13 because, well, it could probably go either way. So, yeah. Taking the Jets there. Next game, you got Patriots at Buccaneers. Ooh, what a good game this is. The Patriots. Wow, the Patriots, they beat the Falcons. And Drake May, bro. Drake May has looked so good. He found, he's having a great connection with Douglas there, too. Travion Henderson had himself I guess a decent game. But, yeah, no Ramondre Stevenson, because I think he was injured. But Drake May, though, holy crap, Drake May is cooking up the freaking league right now. And, yeah, Drake May is coming, guys. New England Patriots, this is the scary Patriots team. And honestly, they're going to the playoffs. The Patriots are certified going to the playoffs, which is kind of insane, bro. It's kind of insane. Taking on the Buccaneers, which I think the Buccaneers were also on a bye week before they beat the Saints. The Saints are the Saints, though, so not really an impressive win there. Honestly, kind of boring because it was 23-3, but yeah, the Saints, they're nothing good. And the Buccaneers are up for a test here. Actually, both teams are kind of up for a test, honestly. And I wouldn't be surprised whoever wins this game. This is going to be a fun game. Honestly, two front runners of the MVP conversation going at it, you know. So, I think I might edge toward taking the Buccaneers here, though. I think the Buccaneers have more of a... I don't know. The Buccaneers, I feel like, are going to come out and win this game. Even though they're more injured. So, yeah. I'm taking the more injury team here. But, you know, and that's not normal for me to take the injured team. But, you know, it is what it is. I think the Bucs still win this game, though. They're still going to be without Ramondre Stevenson, too. But they will at least have Emeka Ibuka, and he's been playing really good, so we'll see how that goes. Next game, another poop game. You got the Saints at the Carolina Panthers. The Saints, well, the Saints did absolutely nothing against the Rams. Tyler Shough started. He looked okay, though. I think Tyler Shough looked all right, but well, the Saints traded away Rashid Shaheed to the Seahawks. And, yeah, so the Saints are even worse than what they were. So, yeah. Taking on the Carolina Panthers, which the Panthers, you know, ooh, they upset the Packers somehow. They did not look good at all except Rico Dowdle. And, yeah, 5-4. The Panthers are somehow 5-4 with the performances they've been having. And it's kind of crazy. It really is kind of crazy. But the Panthers... oh man, this is a... See, I want to take the Saints as an upset here, but me, I'm going Panthers all the way right here. I think the Panthers win 20-7, ugly game. The Panthers are honestly just not that good to me, but their record is pretty good right now, so... And they're playing, like, the worst team in the freaking football league. So, give me the Panthers, 20-7. Next game, you got Jaguars at Texans. The Jaguars, well, the Jaguars, they were, they're pretty good against the Raiders. They, had a good game. Parker Washington's had a great season, by the way. And, no. But guess what? Cam Little hit a 68-yard field goal, beating the record of Justin Tucker's field goal. He did hit a 70 in the preseason, so we're really close to seeing a 70-yard field goal being made, guys. But, guys, Jacksonville Jaguars got the win against the Raiders. Crazy game. They could have lost it, but one deflection put them in a 5-3 record. Taking on the Texans, which Texans, well, C.J. Stroud is concussion, won't play Sunday. And, yeah, they lost to the Broncos. They have to play with Davis Mills now, so this is pretty much an easy W for the Jacksonville Jaguars, unless he does something crazy with this offense that the offense has not done all year, which those games tend to happen, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So give me the Jaguars 24-6, because, yeah, their offense is just terrible. The Texans are just, they're not going to win this game. Next game, you got Cardinals at Seahawks. The Cardinals, well, the Cardinals, they knocked off the Dallas Cowboys. DeMarcado had a good game, and Jacoby Brissett looked good too, and Marvin Harrison had himself a touchdown. So, yeah, everything went crazy for the Cardinals last week, but there is one bad news. Their season is pretty much over because Kyler Murray's foot is on IR. Yeah, pretty much. Kyler Murray is on IR, so he's pretty much pretty cooked. He's pretty cooked. And they're taking on the Seahawks, which doesn't make anything better since they got a blown out win against the Washington Commanders. Also, prayers for Jaden Daniels. That injury did not look good at all. That was gruesome and very graphic, and it didn't look good. So, yeah. The Commanders, oh boy. Sorry for your injury. Prayers for Jaden Daniels, though. I am going to take the Seahawks here, though. The Seahawks have been impressing me lately. Give me them 27-13. They also got Shaheed, like we said. And that offense should look way better with him, too. So, since Cooper Kupp ain't doing crap. Like I expected him to. But, yeah. Next game, you got Rams at 49ers. The Rams. I'm going to get through these games pretty quickly, guys. But that's a side note. Anyways, though, the Rams. Well, the Rams. They destroyed the Saints, which is not really impressive, but hey, man, it is what it is. Kyron Williams had a good game. Matthew Stafford had a good game. Puka Nacua had a good game. You know what it is. The Rams doing casual things. Taking on the 49ers, which the 49ers knocked off the Giants, which is kind of impressive, you know. It is kind of impressive, considering how the Giants have been all season. And, yeah, the 49ers, and considering how the 49ers have been too, they should not be 6-3, but here they are. I think they probably barely missed the playoffs at 8-9, honestly. It looks like they're probably going to take some tumble of games here, unless they knock off the Rams again, which would be crazy. But I have the Rams winning here. Maybe close game, 27-20. Just because the 49ers tend to keep these games close for some reason. This team is a hospital. Like, I don't know how they're 6-3. Like, generally, I have no answers to that. Usually, I would have answers for a team like that. But no, I have zero answers for that. So, yeah. Give me the Rams, though. 27-20. I think the Rams are more outmatched than the Niners. Next game, well, we got the Lions at the Commanders. The Lions, well, as we said, they lost to the Minnesota Vikings. They just couldn't win against the Vikings, and yeah, the Lions at 5-3 is not what I had on my bingo card this year. I think they are gonna get better though. They are much better than 5-3. You know, as soon as they make it in the playoffs, it's going to be all good. They'll probably make it to 11-6. I think their record's going to be 11-6 at the end. But taking on the Commanders, which Jaden Daniels got hurt, but that's not going to fool the Lions, as the Lions are going to want revenge. Trust me, this is going to be a blowout game. The Commanders, their season's pretty much cooked. They're 3-6. No Jaden Daniels again. It's not good. And that injury, that was probably a season ender, I would say. I don't remember what they said, if that was a season ender or not, but yeah, I think Jaden Daniels is completely out. Oh yeah, he's completely out, but yeah, he's cooked. It's cooked. Commander's season is cooked. Better luck next year. I'm taking the Lions here, 41-10. They're just gonna run all over the Commanders after what they did last year in the playoffs. So, yeah, Lions win there, and yeah. Next game for Sunday Night Football, you got the Steelers at the Chargers. The Steelers, wow, this is an interesting game, considering both these teams only have 3 losses of the season, and they've been playing pretty good. The Steelers, well, they beat the Indianapolis Colts, 27-20. They had 3 turnovers on defense collected, and Aaron Rodgers didn't look too bad either. So, yeah, Aaron Rodgers has been having a great season, honestly. But yeah, he's had a bounce back year after his Jets eras. But anybody that gets on the Jets is gonna be really bad. So can't really blame him there. Yeah, taking on the Chargers, which, hey, the Chargers got a win against the Tennessee Titans, but it looked a really not good, you know. It didn't look too good, because it was way too close. That game was way too close, Chargers. What the heck are y'all doing? But yeah, the Chargers, Steelers, this should be a fun game. Justin Herbert's been looking good all season. But, this is such a tough game, because I feel like these two teams are always so similar in ways. But, guys, I'm actually going to take an upset here. I'm going to take the Steelers to win the game. I think the Steelers are going to come out with a win against the Chargers. I feel like Aaron Rodgers has been on a tear, and I'm actually going to take the Steelers here. So, give me the Steelers 19-16. Low-scoring game and all, but give me them against the Chargers. And for the last game, you got the Eagles at the Packers. The Eagles, well, they were also, I think they were on a bye week. Yeah, they were also on a bye week before they destroyed the Giants. You know, Jalen Hurts threw 4 touchdowns, and Saquon Barkley had a really good game finally. against the New York Giants, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Before so they had a fresh bye week, and the Packers, well, they lost to the freaking Panthers somehow, and the Panthers didn't even play that well. Rico Dowdle did have a good game though, but the Packers, they should have won that game still. Don't know how they didn't, with Bryce Young going 11 for 20, 102, and an interception. But yeah, that beats me. The Packers, yeah, the Packers just got, yeah, they got played with, and this is a tough game to pick too, because honestly, this could go either way. Both these teams' seasons has been pretty odd. Packers in a good way, Eagles in a bad way, but give me the Eagles here. I think they'll bounce. I think they'll bounce on the Packers here after the Packers have been. Well, I mean the Packers have been playing good, but last week, I don't know. They look suspect. So, give me the Eagles 28-21. The Eagles have more players as well, as they got Jalen Phillips too. So it's gonna be interesting to see this Eagles team. But yeah, give me the Philadelphia Eagles against the Packers. And for the last thing we have is the bye week teams. And the bye week teams we have are the Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Titans. And that is the end of this video, guys. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Hit that bell for all notifications. And yeah, we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.